This story will make you understand that witchcraft is never the answer. This story is happening in Africa, specifically in the country of Chad. The city is not named, but all we know is that it's happening in Chad. There is a couple. They're both Muslims, the husband and the wife. And everyone in the neighborhood, they know that the wife is such a kind woman. She has a kind heart. She is so lovely. And everyone that knows this couple always praise the wife because the wife is amazing. She's like an angel that came from heaven down to earth. Every man will proclaim that the husband is so lucky to have a wife like her. And every woman will proclaim to have a wish to just be like the wife. One day, the husband comes to the wife and he tells his wife, "My love, I am looking to get a second wife." If you guys do not know, in Islam, if a man is capable to, he is able to take 4 wives, only if he's able to take care of them. So, the wife said, actually, that is not a problem. She was actually excited to have a second wife. She was there for her husband, and she was really supportive. The husband asked her, "Okay, you have no problem, right?" The wife said, "Yes, I have no problem." Then the husband said to his wife, "Okay, give me your conditions and I will fulfill it." Because in their culture, before you get the second wife, the first lady of the house, aka the first wife, must give you conditions for the first wife has to give certain conditions for the husband to complete in order for the second wife to be well welcomed in the home. The wife simply said to her husband that, "Hey, I want the second wife to come. I have no issue with that. But I don't want her to cause any issues and problems in our household. As long as she gives me the respect, I'm happy and willing for her to come." The husband was ecstatic upon hearing the news. He was really happy that his wife was willing to receive the second wife like he is willing to. So the wife went to meet her best friend. Let's call the best friend Alicia. Alicia met with the wife, her best friend, and the wife spoke to her best friend and said, Hey, my husband is getting married to another woman pretty soon, and I want you to help me with the preparation, with the dresses, with the decorations. I want you to help me because I can trust you. You're someone who is really fashionable." Alicia was disgusted with the news. She said to her best friend, "Hey, how are you allowing your husband to get a second wife? Don't you know that second wives are really horrible? They treat the first wife really bad. And I think it's not good for you to even allow this to happen. It's best that you tell your husband to not get a second wife because he will replace you with the second wife and she will be the head of the house and not you." But the wife was so kind. The first wife was so kind. She said, "No, I refuse your complaints. I find that it's better for my husband to get a second wife, and I have no problem with that. I just need you to help me." And Alicia said, "No, the only way I will help you is by you accepting to go do witchcraft on your husband so he will not be able to get a second wife, because what you're allowing him to do is really wrong." The wife looked at Alicia and said, "I still refuse it. I don't want to do witchcraft. It is a sin in our religion. We're Muslims. We cannot do this witchcraft thing." And Alicia kept telling the wife, "You need to do it. Look at this story. Look at our neighbor. When he got a second wife, look what happened." Alicia kept proclaiming and telling the wife horrible things and horrible stories of people that their family was ruined due to the second wife arriving to their household. After Alicia insisted so much, unfortunately, the wife will agree to do witchcraft on her husband. So Alicia was so happy. She said, you know what? I know the best witch doctor that will give you the best witchcraft potion. He's actually in Cameroon. It's 7 hours away by drive, but let's go. Tell your husband that you have to do something, and this was the hardest part for the wife, because the wife said that in her culture, if you're Muslim, that the wife doesn't really need to go overboard to look for something. They always bring it to her by her husband. So she had to find a quick solution to distract her husband and say something so that she will be able to go to the 7-hour trip to simply see a witch doctor, so that she will be able to get a potion, so she can be able to get a witchcraft potion, so that her husband will not be able to find a second wife. Once arrived there, the witch doctor welcomed Aisha and her friend, which is the wife, into his home. He asked the wife, I am here to serve you. What do you want from me? The wife had nothing to say. It's as if her mouth didn't want to open. So Alicia rolled her eyes and said, no, what, I will speak for you. Listen, my friend here, she's the first wife of her home, but her husband wants to get a second wife, and I refuse for him to get a second wife. She's also agreeing to this. So can you please make a potion that will allow my friend's husband to not get a second wife? The witch doctor laughed and said, no problem, that's so easy. Just give me the money and I'll do it right away. The wife opened her purse and gave the money to the witch doctor. The witch doctor looked at the cash and was really pleased by the amount. He said, give me 2 hours, it should be done. The wife and Alicia, they left the witch doctor's home and came back 2 hours after to pick up the potion and drive back. But before they left, the witch doctor told the wife, for this to work, you need to go back to your home and find a new corpse. Put the potion in the corpse's mouth, seal it shut, and make sure that the body is buried. And I promise you, this witchcraft will work 100%. The wife was startled. She didn't expect this kind of condition to come out of the witch doctor. But because she was now influenced by Alicia to do such thing, she said, you know what, we came far, I gave the money, so this should work and this will happen. So as soon as Alicia dropped the wife off, the husband asked, where were you, how was everything? The wife said, yeah, I went to Cameroon, I got some new fabrics, Alicia has it in her car, she's gonna go make their clothing and your suit as well, and it should be fine. The husband said, thank you so much, I really love you so much, I appreciate it, and I know you're a great wife. When it was nighttime, the husband fell asleep and he was in a really deep slumber. The wife slowly got up and wore a black clothing. She wore a niqab as well. She covered herself from head to toe to make sure that no one can notice her. She left her home from the back door and took a taxi that dropped her to a cemetery. She got off at the cemetery and she felt scared. Everything around her looked dark, looked spooky, but in her mind, the only thing that allowed her to move forward was the objective and what she came here to do. So she went and she started to notice that she started to hear a car engine really coming closer to her. So she decided to hide behind a tree, and she noticed that it was a black car pulling up. The car stopped, and it was a tall black man who came out the car. He opened the back door and he took a little child out of the back door. Once he did that, he closed the door and laid the child on the floor. He took an axe and sliced the head of the little girl. He took the head with him, but dropped the body near a grave. Upon seeing that, the wife was about to have a heart attack. So she decided to let the car go and she ran fast as she can back home. In the morning, the husband woke up and saw that his wife became crazy. She was saying and mumbling things about a dead body, things that did not make any sense, and the people were really worried for her and they did not know what really happened. So the husband, being really concerned for his wife, he decided to go call Araki, people that heal and delivers. She went to look for spiritual leaders, and they came to pray for her, and they did a rakia on her, and they read the Quran verses on her, and sooner after she was delivered and she felt normal again. Then the husband asked the wife, "Why are you feeling this way? What happened? I don't understand. A dead body? What did you see?" The wife, now calmed and composed, she then decided to admit to her husband that her friend Alicia implanted a dangerous idea in her head to go do witchcraft against her husband so that he will never be able to get a second wife. The husband was shocked. He didn't believe what his wife was saying. And the wife continued saying how she went to the cemetery, she had second thoughts, and when she saw the action of the guy slicing the girl's head and leaving her body on the ground and driving off, it caused her to realize how serious this thing is, and she didn't want to go through with the plan. And that's why she decided to stop, and she decided to ruin the witchcraft, and because of her doing so, it caused her to go a bit crazy. The husband was shocked, but he went to Alicia's place and said, "From today on, don't approach our household. If I see you near my wife or if I see you near my home, I will call the cops and you will go to jail." And ever since that day, the wife never saw her best friend Alicia, the one who told her to go do witchcraft. The husband forgave his wife because he loved her so much. And after a couple months, the second wife came through, and the wife and the second wife were like best friends in the household. It was full of harmony and everything was okay. So what do you guys think about this story, my angels? Personally, for me, I feel like this story is a good lesson that anything with witchcraft or the evil world, it shouldn't be really messed with. You know that these things are evil. You know that these things are wicked. And anything that is wicked and evil will always give you major horrible consequences. Especially witchcraft. Witchcraft will give you major consequences if not done right or if it's reversed back to you. So anything that is not of God, anything that is evil, always results to really bad consequences. Meanwhile, God is a God of love and of light. Being with Him and serving Him will forever and forever bring you joy and put a great purpose in your life, and you will never regret it. So my angels, what do you guys think about this story? Please comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Please subscribe, share, and click the notification bell. And please share my video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.